Day 3 begins with a short trip to Khandala. Today, veteran filmmaker Vinay Shukla joins the merry band, and his task is to unravel the mystery behind the creation of a character.
Can you tell stories without a character? Can there be a story without a character? Maybe it is an inanimate object, but you can never ever tell a story without a character.
So Shukla's session was great. That characterization thing that he brought up, because I'm always having this thing that my characters are so good for me. Are they good enough for the whole market?
Post-lunch, the group reassembles for a workshop where Vinay Shukla helps them deconstruct a character for the screen.
I'll give you an exercise. I'll give you a character sketch. It's just a paragraph. And then I would like each of you to what should be the course of the story to think. Words and women predominantly occupy Farhan's fertile mind. His first 3 novels have hit the bestsellers list and hung there for more weeks than any other book in the fiction category. He believes that love is a refined word used by the hypocritical society for lust. Is the character clear? Now we'll start with the person who is not ready. Tell me, who is that?
Flamboyant, handsome Farhan had just returned from a book signing ceremony where he had managed to charm and then seduce, in that order, a spirited housewife, Hema. 6 months down the line, Hema suddenly died, and he went to the hospital only to be told by the doctor that she had AIDS.
विनय शुक्ला सर के साथ सेशन बहुत ही अमेजिंग था. कल से जो भी सवाल मिस हो रहे थे हर सेशन के, he covered it all from गब्बर to दीवार and what not, and from literature. Everything is covered there. So it is very fruitful session.
Next up, the participants gear up for a crash course in blogging from business journalist Shelley Chopra.
Blogging is almost an extension of humans because it's their thoughts going from their brain into a blog.
See, I don't blog. So I had come to a session thinking that, I will pick up something to know how to blog. And she started off with a very good quote which said, blogging is a strategic action. So like the way you look at a brand plan and the way you look at how the brands need to move, you as an individual are a brand too when it comes to blogging. And she gave very good tips for beginners like us.
All of you need to start engaging with people on the subjects you write. You need to identify who you are as a blogger. So they want to follow your passions because people connect with your passions.
I think it was spectacular to have an audience that's so discerning and interested in blogging. More importantly, I thought the way they had selected this audience, very interested and not quite, they were already in the blog sphere. So they knew what they wanted. The questions are very direct, and that made this workshop very interesting.
So is it important that blogging has to be for money? I think that's a myth I feel.
I mean, for example, I may be a journalist today and I may be writing a blog just for public welfare, how to be a journalist. That's fine. I may not want to monetize. That's not something that I need to be worried about if it's my personal choice. But if your personal choice is to be publicly identified as a blogger of a certain category, you've got to think strategically about that.
So I think as a blogger, it was very, very enriching experience for me. And it always matters when you get those inside tricks from these experts, and there were small things that the hesitation that you have as a blogger, that you're intruding into somebody's space, and then suddenly the blogger comes and says that is how you do it. So it's quite a relief. So it was a very, very good experience actually.
I think it's a spectacular idea, and also going from food to biking to creative writing, I think it also gives an opening to people to let creative juices flow and not let us all be stuck in our own narcissist worlds. Go out and learn and perhaps unlearn a bit.
It's the last day of Time's Passion Trail, and the participants head back to Mumbai. Today they meet one of the most prolific screen and lyrics writers of our time. Someone everybody has been eager to meet, the inimitable Javed Akhtar.
Hello sir, I am Sapna and I am a travel content writer.
My name is Krishna Mohan. I work for an IT startup.
On the 4th of October 1964, I got down at Bombay Central, and when I came out of the station, I looked into my pockets. I had exactly 27 NP left.
From his days as a Hindi cinema aspirant,
when I joined film industry as an assistant director, my first salary was 50 rupees per month.
To his first big break.
Then Mr. Yash Chopra one day, he came to me. So he said, I'm making a film and Sahil Saab is not well, he is not up to it. And I want not a regular film lyricist, but I want a poet. I mean, can you imagine that the Yash Chopra is asking a ranked newcomer, at least as a lyricist, and the writer is not agreeing. It's a very funny situation.
Javed Akhtar mesmerizes all of them with his riveting stories.
मैं बंजारा वक्त के कितने शहरों से गुजरा हूँ, लेकिन वक्त के इस एक शहर से जाते जाते मुड़ के देख रहा हूँ, सोच रहा हूँ, तुमसे मेरा ये नाता भी टूट रहा है. तुमने मुझको छोड़ा था जिस शहर में आके, वक्त का वो शहर भी मुझसे छूट रहा है.
Was there really a guy called Surma Bhopali जो भारत में ऐसे कोई सज्जन थे?
नाम तो निहार सिंह था उसका एक्चुअली ओरिजिनल में, मगर उन्हें सुरमा भोपाली कहते हैं, सुरमा. और he was perhaps 5 foot nothing, 85 or 90 pound weight. मगर the whole city, old city of Bhopal used to treat him like a big Bahubali. तो ये नाम मुझे अच्छा लगा था, तो मैं यूज कर दिया है.
I am still having goosebumps. It was a dream come true. We have grown up listening to his songs, such beautiful Hindi songs, and it was just a treat to just sit next to him.
The indomitable young spirits of free nation had they begun, are hungry lechers today, and terrorists who cannot do without a gun. Is this our dear old India?
It's wonderful. Met a lot of young people, and who are writing prose, writing poetry, and you can see that it's so wonderful that these people are so deeply interested in literature, in poetry, and its craft and techniques and so on. And we had an interactive session, and a lot of questions were asked. All of them were very incisive and intelligent questions. So I think it was a great experience.
Words in their myriad forms bring us joy, move us to tears, make us reflect, and sometimes even sail through the sands of time.
Being in what you love so much, of course it is going to be hard when you go back, because it is going to be daily routine, and then we have to try to implement whatever we learnt here, that is to read and write.
It was a very nice bunch of people who were put down together, and hats off to the Times of India team which chose this group of people.
Loved being with these people, with these participants for these 2 days, and every evening we sat together and did really an adda and talked about everything. And I think passion is a word which just sums it all up. It really sums it up. Without it, you're nowhere.
And like a well-written piece, this journey too will be etched in their minds forever.
If you want to experience something similar, log on to yatra.com for exciting packages.